throw in fuel on top of my fire, I had my ex watch my dog, and that it just turned out to be a nightmare. It turned out to be, he has no...
Sedona?
Yeah, so my ex before Dennis,
Okay. Oh.
he and I had Sedona together, and he loves her to death, and she loves him, but, you know, our interaction is not good, and it brings me down.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, you know, trying to focus on getting that to be a more positive place so that he can actually see Sedona without manipulating me. And
did you say Sedona was picking on your other dog?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it has to do with this situation because she feels torn. She's like a stepchild.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who she belongs to and where she belongs, so she's kind of picking on the other one because the other one stays with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she feels like that little one that's with you is the one who belongs. That's like the real child. I know that you had Sedona first, but this, but to her, in her eyes, because she's being torn between, he's the one that is in a solid situation, a secure situation. I feel like she almost likes the situation with him.
Well, yeah.
I hate to say.
Well, my situation just turned up, you know, upside down. But
could you let him have her for a while? Like a month or two? Or maybe if it's a longer period of time, it might feel better to her.
I just know that I could. I just know that...
you don't have to see him as much either.
She's getting older.
Okay.
And I'm missing out on her.
Right.
I didn't have her for the entire winter.
Okay.
Dennis had her and loved her and played with her and enjoyed her.
And you missed her like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So here's one thing that I had to learn as well about
it's
coming
hard.
here. I had this incredible cat that I loved with all my heart, and I poured my heart out to him, and he kept biting me. And it was because, hang on a second, let me get rid of this thing. He kept biting me because he wanted to really be outside really bad.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't let him outside.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It wasn't a safe environment for him to do so. And he eventually got so upset that he bit my face in the middle of the night. And I thought, you know, I'm so tired of this. You know, I can't get a house yet. I can't get you this cat enclosure and these things you want. And then once I stopped the defensiveness about that, I just kind of went, what's really going on here? And then I actually had a spiritual teacher come to me and say, you know, if you really want to know the truth, and I was like, I guess I do. You know, I knew it was going to be hard to hear, but he said animals have free will too, and you're keeping him against his will. And I just fell apart.
Yeah.
And I started to look for a home for him, and it almost felt like I was living with an ex. Like we knew we were going to separate, but we had to live together for a while, you know. It was so hard. It was so hard. And I was devastated. But
I don't want to give her up forever, though.
I know. And you don't have to. But I think that it would help her to feel more secure somewhere if she could be there at least like a month and then switch off. Because it's the frequency and the inconsistency of the pattern that's really hard on her.
Well, and we were supposed to have our own space.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of the blue, his nephew moves in. Yeah. And it was just a last minute, okay, yeah, you can come, and my space wasn't quite ready for me to move down into the basement, and
you know,
it just was crazy.
I mean, she's having responsibility for her right now during this time of transition is tough on you too.
It's really tough.
So maybe you do just kind of let her go for a little bit until you find a place, something like that.
Until I get back to my house.
Yeah. I mean, think of it as doing something for her.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
Because my ex is so disrespectful to me, my time, my situation. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that's what's really difficult.
Wouldn't that be easier, though, if it was less frequent?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was really horrible when we first separated because just the way the interactions went. It was just, I've made a lot of mistakes. and those are past, and I'm trying not to make those mistakes, but it's just really tough because my ex is just so, I don't know how to explain it.
If he's, I understand. I think I do.
Jerk. He's a jerk. He doesn't care. And it's like, if this was a stranger, you would have more compassion to a stranger than you do to me. You just want to hurt me. And that's what I'm having a struggle with, because
he's had a hard time letting you go.
The ex?
Yeah. He's jealous you're out there available to somebody else. He's not liking that. I mean, so try to...
He's with the neighbor.
But doesn't mean...
But I saw him and the neighbor together. It was like, because I'm also very open, and it was their time.
Yeah.
It's their time. And
okay, so you can see.
Yeah.
You can decide to have the compassion to know that he's lashing out because he's going through something.
Because I'm out and available.
Yeah. And it bothers him. It hurts him.
Really? Because I'm really excited to be single. Sorry, Dennis. I mean, I love you, but I'm excited to be single. It's a little scary. I went out dancing last night and sat next to a group of women, didn't know, got asked to dance, and I just at the last minute I looked over them and they're, hey girl, and we all went out together as a big group of women, and we exchanged phone numbers, and we'll do things.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is, yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. I just kind of want to be in a place where, because the right one's coming. I know. You actually told me. You had a glimpse of him. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I had him in mind. I've had you on the mind ever since. Like, I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like the guy. I wish I could call her and tell her, hey,
this is where he's at.
The guy is like hanging out at the store I'm at.
I know he's coming, but I just kind of need that little, and I need to be in a nice, good place and not go, I'm moving in a month and a half. I just found that out this morning. I thought I had 2 months.
Right.
Or, almost 3 months. Yeah. I thought I had a little more time. But
everything is always working out for your advantage and your benefit if you just trust that.
Okay. So Sedona, if I let my ex, which would be really beneficial for her to have ball time, walks, camping, hiking.
She'll love it.
Will I get her back?
Yeah, he'll be grateful. He'll be grateful to have that time with her. He's really good with her.
He is.
Really good.
I just don't need her attacking Milo, and right now our situation is weird. I mean, by having another dog come into the...
Let me look at Milo let me talk to Milo for a minute. Milo's really happy with you too. Yeah. He feels like he's found his new home. He's happy. So good job.
Yeah. He's my little baby.
The stepchild now feels like the child. That's good.
Yeah. So, and I just don't want Sedona to think that I'm abandoning her. Can you talk to her and let her know that I'll do it? I just need her daddy to.
Totally, she's all for it. Yeah, she doesn't feel bad at all.
Well, I do. But you understand that with the cat.
Totally, yeah.
But as long as I get her back, 'cause she's getting older and older, and I'm missing my time with her.
Yeah.
While I'm healthy, I'm missing my time with my girl.
Yeah. And she loves you, and she's loved the time with you. And she's loved the way that you pamper her and take care of her and everything. She just wants to go have fun. I think she knows, too, that it's her last time, so she wants to spend that time doing those fun, adventurous things while she can.
Is she going to go soon?
Not too sure. Not too sure. I mean, it's not going to be too soon.
Yeah, I mean,
but she definitely wants to
9.
get in the fun. She wants to get in some fun before she goes.
Where she has to be locked in the house all day for 8 hours while I'm working, and
she sees all that coming, and she might even spare herself from that somehow. She doesn't want to go through all that.
Being locked in the house.
And pains and having peeing on the floor and all that. No, she doesn't want to. She may create some kind of an accident or something like that to get out. So don't feel bad if something should happen like that.
Oh, she better not do it under my...
I know, huh?
I need my time with her, to hike with her and enjoy her.
Yeah, she'll make sure she's got her adequate time with you before she goes. Yeah, for sure. It's important to her to do that.
Okay. All right, now I have to muster up the... What is the best way to get a positive reaction with my ex?
Positive reaction, like
just
when?
Interactions with him.
Okay, that's a good question. Let me see.
Because it's hard. Because apparently
being respectful to him.
Okay.
Being very, don't anticipate that there's going to be any kind of a battle. Just be very respectful and polite and short and brief and to the point. No discussions. Just kindness and respect.
Okay.
Don't talk about the past. Don't talk about any kind of quarrels. None of that. It feels like if you make a grand gesture toward something that would kind of surprise him or blow his mind that way, something you'd normally kind of be like, I can't believe that you any of that type of thing. I feel like if you make an effort to bite your tongue, it'll set things in motion for you guys to have a better
interaction.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Because he'll be surprised. It'll touch his heart that you cared enough to refrain.
It's just hard. He's with the neighbor.
Yeah.
That makes it tough.
Yeah.
It's like, really? The neighbor?
Well, you know what though? Just like you said though.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good thing. And it'll be just as meant to be when you're with this wonderful guy that you might see.
That you keep peeking in on.
Yeah. That he might see you with. It's all just part of you just realize that it's all just part of all of us just going along on our path. You smell one rose, then you smell a carnation, and then you smell, see a beautiful rainbow. It's all just beautiful as you go along. Just appreciate it all. You don't have to be upset that, that you're sniffing this rose and you were just sniffing a carnation and so was he. It's just the same thing. Just on a different scale. We don't have to make it so personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. Because it's all just love playing out.
Okay. And I have a job coming soon?
Yes.
Yes.
And you knew that.
Well, I do.
I feel like you even have a feeling of where you're going to be, and it's true.
I have options. I just don't know what they are. And that's
I feel an office. It feels definitely going to be an office environment.
Okay. I mean,
and you're going to really like it.
That's what I keep telling myself. I'm really going to like it. I just see myself loving this job, just, having good interactions with the people around me, doing really well, and flourishing. And getting back into my groove and my confidence back and it's all coming back. And I'm meeting wonderful ladies to go do things with.
It's awesome. I mean, I just have a really good feeling about where you're headed.
Good. Good.
So keep me apprised.
I will. Well, thank you. All right. Well, I think you answered a lot of things I really wasn't wanting to hear. I have to give Sedona, but it would be good for her, at least for a month.
And good for you, too. Everything is always good for everybody.
Just to have her be happy and stable while I stabilize.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Because I'm still trying to get stabilized.
Yeah, it's a great solution.
Yeah, it
I know. Yeah.
All right, I'll go approach him.
Okay, go.
All right, well, are we done?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.